Hey home bakers, it's Jack here, bakewithjack.co.uk, bringing you your weekly bread making tip every single Thursday. And I know cling film's a little bit taboo recently, but here's how I use it properly and how to reuse it afterwards. Roll it! Hey you guys, and welcome back to the Bake with Jack YouTube channel, where I share with you a little bit of my bread making expertise every single Thursday. If you've not been here before and that sort of thing floats your boat, consider pressing that subscribe button before you go. You all know me by now, and you must know that I normally cover my dough with a Bake with Jack proving cloth. However, recently there's been some scenarios when I've been unable to avoid draughts. For example, if I am baking bread at a food festival in a tent, I need to avoid draughts. And if you are struggling to avoid draughts at home, you might need to cover stuff with cling film every once in a while, which is okay as long as we do it properly. So let's stop messing about and cut to the table. Here's a batch of brioche burger buns that you might recognise from last week's video, and that's not to say they've been here proving up for a week, that's just a little bit of camera trickery. Here's my cling film, right? Here's what I'm going to do. What I'm not going to do is take this and wrap it up over the top like this. That would be a daft thing to do. What I'm going to do is get rid of that and use the table. Now, cling film is a pain in the bum for a lot of people, and it's because people do that. You would just cover it over the top of cling film. That's what it says in your recipe, and it would stick to the top of your dough, and it would all bunch up like that and be an absolute nightmare. But what I'm going to do is just put a few layers down on the table like this, just like this. A few layers of my lovely cling film like this. Okay, and you might think this is being a bit excessive, but this helps us to move it around wherever we want it, and we're going to reuse this anyway, so it's not particularly wasteful. Get your cloth and just squash it flat like this, so it's all together. Now this is quite sticky and charged with static electricity, probably. I'm not a scientist, but here's what we do now. We dust it nicely, yeah? We dust the cling film so it doesn't stick to anything like that, right? Wonderful. Now we can take our brioche rolls, pick up our cling film, and I'm just going to drape it over the top. Drape. Like this. Drape. Nothing's sticking to anything. It's nice and loose, so it's not going to snag on the dough or restrict the puff of my nice buns. It's going to drape it over the top, protect it from any draughts, any wafts, any open windows, any people walking by, any dry air, and everything should tick over nicely in there without becoming sticky. After your dough is then proved up and you're finished with your cling film, what you can do is dust the other side as well. Dust this side nice as well. Now both sides are nice and dusty. Get the edge as well, make sure you get a bit of that. Dust it all over. And now we can just quite simply fold it up into a nice neat package and put it back in the cupboard for next time. Lovely. And it opens itself back up again exactly like this. See, I'll do it so you can see. There you go. How's that? Not too bad, hey? Using cling film, protecting the dough and saving the world by reusing it after. Nice. And there you have it. That's what I do on the rare occasion I need to cover stuff with cling film. I'm talking about sometimes I'm using an enriched dough, and sometimes enriched dough dries out a little bit quicker, especially when there's a breeze around. Other things that are hanging out on the side for a long time, like pizza dough all balled up, for example, if that's proven for ages on the side, I'd want to cover it with something that's airtight so it wouldn't dry out either. Most of the time I use my cloths, but if you're in an environment all over the globe, wherever you are, where it's a little bit dry, a little bit breezy, and you can't avoid that, you want that extra layer of security, dust up some cling film exactly like I did and use that to drape over your dough. As always, I hope this video has helped you out on your quest to make amazing bread at home. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up. And if you want to stick around for next week, because we do this every single Thursday, by the way, I'm not sure I mentioned that, please click the subscribe button. I'll see you here back next week for another bread making tip. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for stopping by for your weekly bread making tip. Did you know if you don't want to miss any of my content from the week, you can sign up for the free Home Bakers Bulletin. I'll drop the video of the week, relevant blog posts and highlights from social media in your inbox every single Thursday. If you want to sign up, the link is underneath, and I'll see you next week.